are going to be putting on our color washes. This is the first step that we're actually painting in our Baroque process. Always work with your painting next to you or that digital version I have given you access to open on your screen. We never want to paint on our project without those items. I have a piece of palette paper here. I've got my mid-tone color right there in the center. I'm mixing up a shadow color. I'm also going to mix up a highlight color. I also have like a super pale pink. I've got a little extra white, a little extra of the brown. The brown that I'm using for this particular painting is the burnt umber. Now, depending on which painting you're doing, you may need to use the burnt sienna. And then I also have just a little bit of the extra skin tone at the bottom to mix with some of that pink when I do things like the blush or the cheeks. You do not need a lot of paint for this washing process. These are small paintings, so please make sure that we're not wasting the skin tone we've spent all of this time building. You're going to thin your paint ever so slightly with some of the water. Now, your brush that you decide to use may vary based on where you are painting. You may want to use your super fine pointed brush for some of these really small, delicate areas. You may want to use the wide flat brush as well. But you are going to start to paint in your color. So this is my mid-tone, and I'm really hitting this in throughout the forehead and along the edge of the nose. Not leaving any gaps, making sure that I'm really filling this in. And again, this is a wash of color. It should be transparent. While you are going to mix this with the tiniest amount of water in order to make it transparent, if you use too much water, you will actually find that you cannot paint on your board. It'll actually start to lift up off the board because the board and the gesso have become saturated with color. So again, we want to be very, very careful with the water in this process. We don't want it to be too much. It's a real Goldilocks sort of situation here. So you can see now I've got a shadow color that I'm starting to fill in to try to add some dimension to that skin where I see those shadows on my reference painting. Knowing that those three colors I mixed up are just a starting point, I will be going back in and adding more color to them or adjusting their color slightly in small amounts in order to give myself the variety of tints and tones needed for this project. Notice I've got a real light touch when I'm touching my board with this. You don't need to press super hard with your brushes at this stage. You're not really blending anything, and the lighter the pressure and the less amount of paint that you have on your brush, the more control you'll have and the better able you'll be to hit some of those really small, fine, delicate areas. I think I'm done with the narration at this point, so I'm just going to let you guys watch me continue to create washes. You'll see that I'll start to build up some more shadow areas. I'll start to define the lips. Remember, lips and cheeks, you should be mixing that pinkish sort of skin tone with your pink color. So that uber light pink color that I created, I mixed that with some of my skin tone to create like the blush on her cheeks. For her lips, her particular lips are a little bit warmer, so I did take that pinkish skin tone and then mixed in the tiniest drop of burnt umber, the regular chocolate colored brown, in order to deepen that color. Again, it's not perfect. I'm just looking to start to build the structures of those faces. Please do not just mix pink and white together and slap it on your board. That would be incorrect because those aren't the undertones or the correct colors for lips or cheeks for any of our individuals that we are painting in this project.